Hello, there are several things that you can do in order to improve battery life on OnePlus Nord for 5G. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna try to show you all of them or the most essentials. So we're gonna start by going to the settings. And the first thing that I want to mention is the location. So let's scroll down and go to location. And if you tend to not use location at a specific moment, if you don't need it to use at a specific moment, then of course it is recommended to disable location. Of course, some apps still require you to have location, so when you need to use it, or when there are apps that need to use it, then of course you want to keep location enabled. However, there's also one more thing that you might want to do, and that is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning. So let's go over here, and you might want to disable these options. Of course, still, like I said, if you are in a situation where you want to use them, you can turn them on. However, if you don't use them all the time, then you should definitely turn them off and only turn on when needed. And also, if there is a situation where your device wants or needs to use those options, then you will be pretty much informed about it, and you will be asked to grant the permission or turn on these options immediately. So even if you turn this off, you can still re-enable it when needed. Alright, speaking about turning on and off, of course we can talk about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and mobile network, since they also drain your battery. So if you don't use Bluetooth at a specific moment, you want to turn it off. You don't need it to be enabled all the time, especially if you are not connected to any Bluetooth device, or actually if there is no Bluetooth device connected to your smartphone. So if you don't use it at the specific moment, turn it off in order to save your battery. The same goes with mobile data. If you don't use mobile data at the specific moment because, for instance, you are at home and you have Wi-Fi, then turn off mobile data and use Wi-Fi. Or if you are outside your home and you don't have Wi-Fi access, then of course you can turn off Wi-Fi but enable mobile data. So keep that in mind. Now, let's also go back to the settings. And this time I want to show you display in brightness. So we wanna go over here. And the first thing that I want to show you is the screen resolution. By default, you use standard resolution if you didn't change this option before. And that's fine because it provides longer battery life as it is written over here. But if you switch to a high resolution, and if you prefer to have better battery life, then you want to switch back to standard resolution. The difference is not really that high. I don't think it's that much noticeable, but if you prefer to have the battery for a little bit longer, then of course it is recommended to switch to standard. Now, let's go back over here into the settings, and this time we want to go to wallpapers and style. And of course I need to mention always on display, because this is one of the reasons why your battery might be draining out so fast. So if you use always on display and you prefer to have battery for longer, turn off always on display. Like, I get it, I understand it, this is a pretty cool feature, but it's always a choice. Like, you can have battery for a little bit longer, or you can have always on display. It doesn't really like destroy your battery, it's not really like that, but with this option disabled, your battery should last longer, and therefore you should charge your device less than usual, at least a little bit. And another thing that I want to mention is of course the battery settings. So this is pretty much the essential of saving the battery, of keeping the battery in a healthy state for longer. So you definitely should use power saving mode whenever you need to. Of course, this can be automated, so you don't have to manually turn it on or off. You can turn off power saving mode when the battery is charged to 90%. By enabling this option, it is actually enabled by default. And you can also enable power saving mode by after reaching certain percentage of the battery as well. So if the battery drops to, let's say, 25% or 20, there we go, then the power saving mode will enable by itself, and it will turn off once you charge the device to 90%. And of course we also have the video battery saver, which I think is enabled by default, but in order to make sure, you can also enable this option. Furthermore, we can also go to battery health over here, and as you can see, we have the information about the battery booster, which combines biomimetic electrolyte technology and an exclusive intelligent battery health algorithm to keep lithium ions active for an extended battery life. And over here you can check the maximum capacity of your battery. So if the maximum capacity starts dropping, then of course this might be a signal that something starts to that something is happening to your battery. Of course, if it drops to like 99, 98, 97%, then that's completely fine. But if it drops and drops all the time, then this might be a worrying trend for you. However, if we are in battery health, then it is recommended to use one of these two options. We have smart charging, and in order to slow down battery aging, your device learns from your charging habits and adjusts charging patterns accordingly. When the battery level reaches 80% during the charging process, then it may automatically defer charging to 100% until shortly before you need to use it. So if you leave your device being charged for a long time and it reaches 80%, the device will prevent from reaching to 100%. And of course the device learns about your habits, so if it feels like you will soon disconnect from the charger, then it will try to reach 100% again. And of course we also have the charging limit, which is the alternative for smart charging. This one just doesn't use any AI or anything else. It doesn't include any patterns of your usage of this device. It just prevents from reaching 100%. It stops at 80% all the time, regardless if you often charge or not. So you should definitely use one of these two options. Then we also have the smart rapid charging, which is also pretty cool. Of course, this makes your device a little bit warmer when you charge, but it's definitely better to use it especially if you charge a device a lot. And finally, we also have more settings where high performance mode should not be enabled all the time. So if you have this option enabled, then you should consider disabling it until you actually need to use it. We also have the optimized battery use. So over here you can select apps that use lots of battery. Let's say you can choose, I don't know, like TikTok or something, and you want to select auto optimize in order to let the device optimize the usage of battery while using the app. Then we also have the sleep standby optimization, which makes your device consume less power and sends fewer notifications when you are asleep. So you also use less battery, of course. And then we also have the app battery management, where you can select any app over here. So let's say we're gonna choose TikTok. And then you can, for instance, disallow background activity. So if you want to prevent from background activity, then this is how you can do this. And these are, I think, essential that will help you improve battery life on OnePlus Nord for 5G. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye!